For 3 decades, the President's Club has raised millions for charity. Last Thursday was no different. The rich and the powerful donated an astonishing £2 million in a matter of hours. But working that night was an undercover reporter who claims some of the women hostesses were groped at the all-men event. Some have argued it is outdated. Others argued something more sinister, while some believe it's no worse than women at a hen do. But in the last hour, after outrage in the Commons and beyond, the President's Club announced it is closing down. We have an exclusive interview with one of the women working at their event that evening. Here's Olivia Kinsley.
The Dorchester Hotel is a world-famous venue for the rich and successful. On Thursday night, it welcomed 360 guests for a men-only charity fundraising dinner organised by the President's Club. Posing as one of 130 specially hired female hostesses, a Financial Times journalist secretly took this footage inside. The paper claims women were groped and propositioned. Auction prizes included plastic surgery. One young woman who was working there on the night told ITV News what it was like.
We were handed a short miniskirt dress, which was very revealing. It sort of showed parts of your breasts. As the night went on, I realised quite soon that it was a bit of an odd job. The way the men behaved made me feel incredibly uncomfortable. The men were almost treating them like sex workers, you know, putting hands up skirts, touching inappropriately. Some guys kissed other girls, you know, went in to kiss them. It was uncomfortable.
Urgent question, Jess Phillips.
This afternoon, the outrage reached Parliament.
Women were bought as bait for men who are rich men, not a mile from where we stand, as if that is an acceptable behaviour. It is totally unacceptable.
The hotel told us today it is deeply concerned regarding the allegations, that what it points out was a private event. It says it does not tolerate any form of harassment towards employees, guests or suppliers. It says it's now in discussion with the organisers and that an investigation is underway. An agency called Artista hired the hostesses. Its founder says she's appalled by the allegations of bad behaviour at the event and that they will be investigated fully and promptly and appropriate action taken. Adding, "I was not aware of any claims of sexual harassment, but the kind of behaviour alleged is completely unacceptable." Employment and discrimination lawyer Samantha Mangawa says it could result in legal action.
This is the very worst type of conduct which the Equality Act prohibits. So this is not lawful conduct.
And it could result in people being sued.
Absolutely.
Organiser the President's Club's joint chairman, David Mellor, today stood down from a senior position at the Department of Education. The club has donated many millions of pounds to a long list of charities, including Great Ormond Street Hospital, which said today it will return all previous donations. It's suddenly clear that behind the facade of this exclusive event, for the women, it is anything but glamorous.
A day of fast-moving developments on this story. In the last hour, this statement from the President's Club. What have they had to say?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, they've said they are going to be closing down completely. The trustees saying they've decided it will not host any further fundraising events and that any remaining funds will now be distributed in an efficient manner to children's charities. But as we've already heard, charities tonight are starting to hand some of that money back. Great Ormond Street have said they will return £500,000 they've received from money raised at previous dinners and that they no longer want to be affiliated with the event. Another hospital, the Evelina Children's Hospital, says it's going to give back £200,000 and that it's not going to accept the £400,000 from last week's event. In a statement, they've also said they're very alarmed by the allegations, so it's not clear tonight which charities, if any, will now want to accept that money that the club is giving back.
OK, Olivia Kinsley, thank you very much. Thank you.